The end is here. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another episode of PokeTalk, and today's episode of PokeTalk is going to be an anime discussion revolving around the final episodes of Sun and Moon, as well as some news that we got revolving around the next Pokemon anime, Pocket Monsters. We got a little bit of information on that as far as when the first episode is going to air, and it's going to air really quickly here, I might add, but we'll talk about all that soon enough. So at risk of further rambling, let's get on to the actual discussion. So before I talk about the final episodes of Sun and Moon, I do want to talk about this week's episode, which I got to admit, I just finished watching it. It was a real tearjerker. I loved the episode. It was emotional. It was the build-up for what's about to come next episode. And I gotta ask, what is Pokemon's obsession with Hoenn recently? I mean, ever since the end of XY and XY and Z, and now at the end of Sun and Moon, we have Sophocles going to Hoenn to research the Space Center. We have Lena going to search for Menefee with her father. What is it with Hoenn all of a sudden getting the love? But, you know, regardless of that, it's nice to see how Pokemon can wrap up a series that has been hit or miss as much as Sun and Moon has, in my opinion. This episode was really great. The Lillian Magearna moments is what really set this episode over the top for me as far as being on the tearjerker level. It was a great episode all the way around. So anyway, I did love the episode, and I do highly suggest that everybody go watch that episode because it was pretty great in my opinion. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, on to the final episode of Sun and Moon, next week's episode, November 3rd. We learned that the final episode of Sun and Moon is going to be aired alongside the first episode of Pocket Monsters in a special. So next week we're going to get the final episode of Sun and Moon as well as the first episode of Pocket Monsters on November 3rd, which is always hype. And so yeah, I'll be looking forward to discussing all that with you guys as well. And then we also got revealed the Sun and Moon special. It's one episode, which is kind of telling because usually every series has at least two specials, but Sun and Moon is only getting one. And we learned that it's probably going to be on November 10th, most likely. No other information on it at this time. And that's really left the door open as to what the episode could possibly be. The two main competing theories is it's going to be either a Lily-focused episode after she reveals her goal next week, and what she's doing after that, or it's going to possibly be some kind of celebration episode to commemorate Ash's victory in the Alola League. But I'll be honest with you guys, I'm kind of torn on which one I would like more, to be honest, out of these two, because I mean, way back when we were celebrating the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, I know it wasn't way back, it was fairly recently, but it feels like forever ago, they were talking about doing some kind of movie with all the past companions, of course, and making an appearance for something. And now that we know that Ash is going back to Pallet Town, he's won a league the first time in 20 years, I could see past non-Alola companions coming back to congratulate him and doing a special episode around that. Again, they didn't do that for the 20th anniversary because it would be too complicated. That was their reasoning for that. But, you know, a league win for the first time, it's been 20 years, I could see that being a possibility, and so I'd like to see that. On the other hand, I really could see the Lily thing happening too, only because with the exception of Serena, all the past female traveling companions have had at least one special episode dedicated to their journey post the main anime saga, so I could see that as well. And to be honest with you, if it was going to be a Lily episode, I really would like them to focus around Moan more. That is the major plot hole in Sun and Moon that I'm bummed they did not touch on at all with all that build-up they did for it. So the fact that they didn't touch it in the main anime is kind of upsetting to me. So if they were to do a special around it, I guess that would be okay as well, and I really would like to see that because, again, that was the biggest plot hole in Sun and Moon that was left, in my opinion. But either one of those would be great. I'm bummed that we're only going to get one special because now there's really not going to be a way to touch on both of these main subjects here, and I'm really torn on which one they could go for and which one I'd like to see more, to be honest. I'd like to have both, but considering we're only going to get one special, I think we're probably only going to see maybe one of these options. It may not even be this at all. It may be something completely different. But of the two main competing options, those are the two that I like the most and the two that I would be most excited to see if that's what they did. But I guess we'll find out more about this special as time moves on. But yeah, that's essentially all the Pokemon news that we got this past week revolving around the anime. Like I said, this week's Sun and Moon episode was great in my opinion. We learned that the final episode of Sun and Moon is going to air alongside the first episode of Pocket Monsters before its official unveil 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. It'll be revealed officially on the 15th is when Gen 8 anime officially starts, but we're going to get the first episode next week as kind of a sneak peek kind of deal. So yeah, we're going to get introduced to that as well, all these new characters in the new generation. And these next couple of weeks are just going to be hype for the Pokemon anime community, in my opinion. We're coming to the end of Gen 7. We're getting introduced to the Gen 8 anime. It's always an exciting time when these animes venture over into the next generation. You know, people are sad that Sun and Moon's going to end. Some people are really glad that it's going to end. Some people are really excited to see Pocket Monsters begin. Some not so much. I'm in the latter. I'm excited to see both Sun and Moon end and for Pocket Monsters to begin because I'm just ready for a new adventure. It's been a while. But yeah, it's just going to be an exciting couple of weeks. And like I said, with the Sun and Moon special, we'll learn a little bit more about that as time goes on, I'm sure. Like I said, there's a lot of different competing theories on what that special could be. Of those theories, though, I would like to see either the Ash celebration or the Lily and Moan thing. Either one of those would be great, in my opinion. But as always, in the comments section down below, let me know what your guys' thoughts are about all this. What were your thoughts on this week's Sun and Moon episode? What are your thoughts on what the next special could be for the end of Sun and Moon? Which one would you like more, the Ash celebration one or the Lily one? Is there something different entirely that you would want to see? Just let me know what your guys' thoughts are about all that. What are your thoughts on Pocket Monsters' big reveal coming up next week before the actual anime kicks off? Just let me know what your guys' thoughts are about all this in the comments section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. Alright everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye everybody.